Alright guys, I got my Scorpion Dura-coated, this nice tactical flat FD, blends in with the dirt real well, I guess. So we're going to be putting it together. Alright, so starting with the barrel, like we went over last time, you want that opening for the pin, the takedown pin, to be facing down. And then we'll just squeeze it in so there's this right here and this opening right here. It's just going to go right in there. Grab your other half, sandwich it in. So right now I'm just going to be putting in 2 screws for the video so it doesn't take too long. But you have 7 screws here, 4 short, 2 really long, and 1 semi-long. So the semi-long one is threaded the entire way, and this is going to be the pin that they use to capture the takedown button. So here's our takedown button with the spring. We're going to orient the cutout here facing down. Let's pull the spring out. Slide that in. Put the spring in using our 3mm. Go ahead and screw it down. Now as far as torque specs for this, I didn't even look it up because I don't have Allen wrench torque keys, I guess, or whatever. So I'm just going to give it a nice little turn. They were never in too tight when you take it down, so I mean, this is a polymer lower, so you definitely want to be careful with your torque. And then I'm going to put one of the long ones right over here over the barrel. And like I said, I'm only doing this for the video to cut it down in time. After I'm done with the video, I'm going to put all 5 other ones in. So basically when these 2 halves touch, and just a little, there we go. Alright, now that that's in, let's go ahead and let's move to the forend. Slide the forend in. If you want, I'll go ahead and I'll put the, here's my 2 little sling mounts. And I think you can orient them either up or down. Not like it makes much of a difference. We'll just slide this over to the seats here. Alright, once that's in place, you're going to take your ring. It looks like it can go in both directions, doesn't really matter, it just seats in there. And that's what's going to keep this forend on. We'll go ahead, let's see, let me make sure we're getting this on camera. Screw it in. And also in this, you want to be careful that you don't torque it too tight. Some people are saying that they've cracked the receiver or the forend or whatever. I haven't had those issues, but for the video here, let's see, what do I got here? For now, I'm just gonna give it a turn, about a little over hand tight, and that's gonna be good. All right, so let's move this out of the way and then move on to the lower, the harder part. I forgot to tape it before the video, so we'll just tape this real quick. Right here. So I'm taping where I said in the last video where it might mar the lower. I'm taping right there. Let's get some pieces out here. So all I'm doing is trying to prevent the marring when I put this piece back on. Sorry for not having this tape beforehand. All right, here we go. All right, bolt release. It's a pain taking off, and it's kind of a pain getting in. Make sure you put your spring in the spring hole here. Okay. So you get it kind of like that, where it's half in, kind of half over here. Press in and down. Takes a little bit of work. Let's see if I can get this. There it goes. Yeah, and tore through the paint there. Let's see if we marred anything. No, looks good under there, so as long as the Dura-coat doesn't peel off. Sweet, so tape worked, and nothing's in there. So we got our spring. So for the pin here, press down on your slide release just like you did taking it out. There it goes. All right, that's in. All right, let's go ahead and put the mag release on. So you got 2 roll pins. If you forget which is which, the long roll pin is for your mag release. The short roll pin is for your upper, which I forgot to put in. So let's, where'd my spring go? Did it pop out? All right, we got our spring in. Oh, that was too much. So. Let's move this tape here. So it's really not, it doesn't give me this much trouble normally, but for some reason it does right now. I'm just being a little, anal about it. All right, that's good, nice and even. All right, so check it. Yep, still works good. All right, let's go ahead and put in the trigger group. Let's take out the screw that we put in there. And this is just gonna slide right in just like it slid out. Nice fit, kind of line it up down in here. Okay, oops. Take your 3mm through your hole there. And it just torques real nice and tight. Okay. All right, moving on to the safety. Come through the left side, and where the hole is, which I believe is the fire position, we're gonna line up that hole. Now I think you can lift. There's this little piece of steel in here, that you can just lift, and this will slide up right into it. But basically, you take this other side. If this hole's lined up, you line up that hole. And it will, I've had it just pop in before. It's kind of just a little bit of play. Come on. Let's see here. Sometimes it helps to lift this, I think. Oh, if you put the roll pin in, so this is a good lesson, I guess. If you put the roll pin in just to save it, make sure to take it out. There we go. Hopefully this pops in a little easier now. I got my screw lined up with this hole. And there we go. You can hear it click in. Go ahead and just screw her down. And if you don't have those lined up, you'll sit here and screw and screw and screw, and it won't line up with anything. So you just got to make sure that this one's lined up, and they should go together. Make sure that one's tight. Okay. Safe, fire, safe, fire. All right. Now, so that should be everything for this. Let's go ahead and pop that takedown pin. All right, let's put this roll pin in here that I forgot to do. Real simple. Line it up, get it started. It helps. Make sure you have this this upper screwed together, at least the two that I screwed together. Otherwise, it'll try to fight. There'll be a gap between the two halves. There'll be a gap between the two halves, and it's a nightmare. Because all this roll pin really does is just prevent these two halves from sliding apart. Gives it a little support, I guess. Alright, flush there. And drive a little bit more through. Alright, should be good there. Yep. Alright, so we'll be done with the tape. We got our roll pin in. Let's go ahead and put the grip on. And just like, make sure you take the screw out, just like the other parts there. So I'm going to put a little tape on this. This is some pretty fresh dirt coat. I just wanted to get this video done. I'd like to give it a few more days to really harden up, but oh well. Okay, so as long as you can see through it, you can put your screw through. Now see, this screw is just a hair shorter than that screw. That's how you know it's the grip screw. And we'll be using our 3mm again. So far though, it looks like this dirt coat has been adhering pretty well to the polymer. Haven't had any flake off or anything like that. And I like this grip all the way back. I don't like the gap that they have, but that's just semantics, I guess. All right, so that's in. Let's go ahead and put our charging handle in. Now, that spring that prevents it from sliding back, you're going to hit right here. So all you got to do is just take an Allen wrench or whatever, press that in, slide it in. Otherwise it won't go in and it'll actually mar that upper right there. Slide it back, put your pin in. It is bi-directional, so, or at least it looks like it is. Okay, and then we got that in. All right, let's throw that bolt in. This vertical piece is just going to go back there. Let's make sure we got it in. And then charging handle back. You don't smash your finger. All right, now that the charging handle's back, you might as well take this time. Slide in your lower. Oops. Let's just do it like this. That was way more difficult than it should have been. All right, bring that forward. And so I'm going to go ahead and put these screws in. I'll keep it on the film, but basically